Nicole, it's been quite some time. How have you been?
Bonnie. It really has been a while, hasn't it? The last time we met was at Jenny's housewarming party at the end of last year, right? I'm doing well, and how about you?
Of course, I'm doing fine. Actually, I reached out to you because there's something important I want to share with you. Do you have a moment to talk?
Of course, I'm just at home doing some chores. What's on your mind?
You won't believe this, but I'm going to be getting married soon.
Seriously? You're getting married? Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
But isn't this a bit sudden? I remember you mentioning at Jenny's that you didn't even have a boyfriend.
I know. But after that, I unexpectedly met the man of my dreams.
That's incredible. And you're already planning the wedding.
Yes, and I thought you should be the first to know about the happiness I've found.
I must admit I'm quite surprised, but it's wonderful when a friend finds happiness. Next time we meet, you'll have to introduce us. I'm really curious to meet the person who captured your heart.
Out of everyone, Nicole, you're probably the one who doesn't need an introduction to him.
What do you mean?
Because he's someone you already know. So how can I introduce you to someone you're familiar with?
So you're marrying someone I know? I wonder who it could be. I'm drawing a blank here. Can you give me a hint?
A hint, huh? Let's see. He's someone who holds a special place in your heart, Nicole.
Someone close to me? My brother is married with kids, and Dad is on a world cruise with Mom.
Hold on there. Why would I be marrying someone from your family?
Well, my family is the only group I care about that much. So, I'm clueless about who Ollie is referring to.
You're quite the puzzle, aren't you? All right, I'll spill the beans. Drum roll, please. And the winner of the Best Catch of the Year award goes to your ex, Rusty.
Rusty? That Rusty.
Yes. We reconnected, hit it off, and started dating. Then he proposed to me not long after.
Are you serious? Bonnie, you're actually marrying Rusty?
Oh, I understand this must be shocking for you to wrap your head around. You're probably thinking, how can my friend marry someone I used to date? Don't worry, take your time to process it.
What former feelings?
I apologize for stealing the guy you dated for 7 years. Who then broke up with you on the eve of your 30th birthday. You shared this story at Jenny's party.
No need to apologize to me. What's in the past is in the past, and it doesn't bother me anymore.
Are you sure about that? Didn't he say, you're a great girlfriend, but I can't see myself marrying you? Didn't that embarrassing breakup hurt your pride as a woman? Maybe you're regretting letting him go and secretly hoping to win him back someday. But that's not going to happen, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure where you're going with this. And I'm not really vibing with your attitude right now.
Your past flame, Rusty, the one you still have feelings for. He's marrying your dear friend, me. He told me I'm the only woman he wants to marry. You can't tell me you're not feeling something now, right?
Well, it is a bit strange that my ex is marrying my friend. But honestly, it doesn't bother me much anymore.
Nicole, you're incredibly mature. If only everyone could be as open-hearted as you, the world would have less conflict. Despite any lingering regrets or emotions, you're still able to give us your blessing. You've earned a gold star of respect from me.
I guess. Thank you.
It's all right, Nicole. I completely understand what you're going through. You're putting on a brave face for me. Even though you still have feelings for him and are hesitant to reveal how hurt you truly are.
It's not quite like that, honestly.
Don't worry about it. There's no shame in holding feelings for someone as amazing as Rusty. Especially after a breakup as humiliating as that, it's hard to forget. It must be embarrassing not to be seen as marriage material. So, out of the kindness of my heart, I wanted to personally invite you to our wedding. Come to the church with your lingering affections. And after seeing how happy Rusty and I are, you might find a way to let go of those feelings of humiliation.
Hey, Nicole. You've received another wedding invitation from a friend.
Again? I'm curious who's the bride or groom this time.
No, I think it's from the same girl. The one you mentioned a while ago.
Didn't she get my response, or has there been a change in the date or venue?
The name here says Bonnie. Didn't you already decline her before?
Yeah, I had to turn it down because it clashed with something I can't change.
Well, she sent another one. It seemed strange, so I took the liberty of opening and reading it. I hope that's okay.
It's fine. What did it say?
Usual invitation details, but there was a handwritten note that said, "You better come. You have no choice."
Whoa, that's a bit unsettling.
Yeah, she's being quite insistent. How much does she want you there?
Seems like a lot. She's moving into slightly obsessive territory. So essentially, she's declining my decline.
In essence, yes. But it feels more like an obsession than an invitation. Is there something more to your history with her?
Kind of, sort of, not really. Anyway, please mark the regrets option and send it out for me.
If that's what you want. But are you certain it's okay to decline again? We could possibly adjust things to make it work. Despite your history, she still considers you a friend. Enough to invite you twice, in fact.
I know, but depending on what unfolds, we might not be friends anymore.
That doesn't sound very optimistic. Are you sure things will be okay?
The fact remains that I'm busy on that day, so there's no changing my plans. Thanks beforehand for handling it for me.
Nicole, what's the meaning of this? Why won't you attend our wedding? We thought we were friends.
I informed you in my RSVP that I couldn't make it. What more do you want?
I told you it's important for you to come.
I'm not obligated to do anything. I have commitments I can't cancel today, I'm sorry. Your invites have been constant. But I had this day scheduled long before your first invitation, over a month ago.
What could be more important in your life than my wedding? You're just bitter that I'm marrying Rusty. So you're avoiding the event out of embarrassment.
What's going on with you? I've moved on from him, but you're bringing up old issues. What are you trying to imply? Be straightforward if you have something to say.
I want you to be honest with yourself and speak the truth.
I am being truthful. Are you trying to make me jealous?
That's exactly what I'm aiming for. I want you to regret losing him and witness my happiness in contrast to your loss. If I can't derive satisfaction from you, what's the point of getting married?
What's gotten into you?
I've finally outdone you. Show me your frustration and tears so I can relish this victory.
Victory? Frustration? I don't understand.
Since my wedding is hours away, I'll finally share my true feelings. I've resented and despised you for years.
Seriously?
My goal has been to surpass you, and today is the result of years of bottled up anger.
You've been harboring this hatred for years? We've known each other since junior high.
Exactly. All this time, I've always been in your shadow. Whether it's sports or tests, I've always played second fiddle, making you shine.
Is this for real?
Our senior year track meet, our SAT Scarisa Euro, I've always been behind you. Even the guy I liked in high school asked you to prom. Due to all this, I've resented you and yearned to prove myself.
This is hard to believe. You've focused your energy on such a trivial thing.
When I heard Rusty left you, I saw an opportunity to avenge those years of humiliation. I aimed to outdo you by marrying before you.
This is unbelievable. Out of all things, you focused on this.
Rusty dumping you was my chance to show you up. I'd undo my past losses by marrying first. And to top it off, I'd marry the man who left you.
Let me get this straight, Bonnie. Your marriage to Rusty is your way of retaliating against me for perceived wrongs you've held on to?
Yes, that's it. I'll achieve happiness by marrying before you. Right after the ceremony, we're heading to City Hall to get our marriage certificate. Proof that I achieved marital happiness before you.
This is absurd.
Marrying the man who left you in such a humiliating way is the ultimate way to show I'm superior. Plus, Rusty is a lawyer at a prestigious firm, so I'll live a life of luxury. My life of living in your shadow ends today. I'll relish seeing you remain an old maid while I ascend in high society.
It'll be a challenge to live a sad life as an old maid. Considering I'm already married.
No, you're not.
Enjoy your wedding and your life. I don't care who marries first or whose life is better. I'll live my life, you live yours.
But being first means I'm better, right?
I had no clue you felt this way about me. It stings a bit. Considering your persistent invites, I've considered distancing myself. But I guess that's not enough. So let's think of ourselves as former classmates from now on.
What do you mean by saying you're married?
Exactly what those words mean in English. I have a husband legally recognized in Maine. I even have paperwork to prove it, if necessary.
Why was I kept in the dark about this? Explain everything to me. When did this happen?
This morning. I submitted the paperwork as soon as the city clerk's office opened today.
But why today specifically?
I had planned this day well in advance. After that, I managed to visit various offices and the bank to update my name on legal documents and accounts. Changing your name after marriage involves updating a lot of things. So I hope you've prepared for that.
Really?
Yes, that's why I set aside today for all these tasks. I even took a day off work to finish them quickly.
This can't be true. This wasn't part of my plan at all. You must be lying. You didn't mention anything at Jenny's party. You only told me about Rusty breaking up with you on your 30th birthday.
Based on what you told me, It seemed like we both found our husbands almost simultaneously. Following that, I met the right person, and we immediately connected.
But that's not fair.
Meeting a wonderful guy was amazing, but shortly after we began dating, I received a promotion at work and was asked to lead the main branch office. Despite being open to a long-distance relationship, he insisted on following me wherever I went. He proposed right then and started job hunting in Maine the next day.
You can't be serious.
So I relocated to Maine first to settle into my new role. Meanwhile, he remained in New York to find a new job and manage my place until the lease ended. The promotion and move happened so quickly that my landlord wouldn't allow me to break the lease. But it all worked out in the end.
But that means you never received any of my invitations.
Sort of. It was actually my husband who responded to all those invites after talking to me. He ensured my mail and bills were handled after I left.
So that's what occurred. I found it odd that your response letters were adorned with hearts or flowers around the regrets.
Did he really do that? How embarrassing.
So you're really living in Maine now?
Yes, indeed. My husband found a job up here and made the move yesterday. That's why we've been busy all morning dealing with paperwork and signing forms.
You've outdone me again.
Forget about competing a euro, let's both focus on nurturing our marriages. I couldn't and wouldn't take care of Rusty. However, I greatly admire you, Bonnie.
What do you mean?
It's impressive that you were willing to marry him despite his demands.
What demands? What are you talking about?
Really? He never told you? I'm planning to quit in a few years, so make sure you can support both of us. Direct quote for your enjoyment.
He never mentioned anything like that to me.
Seriously? He told me that on my 30th birthday. Ready for this? I'm tired of working, so I'll quit in about 2 years. Then I'll get a part-time job, but I won't work more than 3 days a week.
Unbelievable.
He proposed that if I agreed to these conditions, he'd marry me. Can you believe it? Brace yourself, because this might be coming your way. Naturally, I declined such a charming offer. Then he informed me that I didn't possess the qualities he sought in a wife and broke up with me. I never looked back since then.
Hold on a moment. So he broke up with you because you refused to support his lazy lifestyle?
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I find it amusing that he views me as not wife material simply because I wouldn't agree to his unreasonable demands.
So that's the real story.
That's the truth. I softened the tale when we were at Jenny's. But I never imagined a friend would pursue someone else's ex for a convoluted revenge scheme. I clearly misjudged that. It seems I dodged 2 bullets.
He never told me any of this.
I still have a few errands to run today, so I have to go. I couldn't attend your wedding due to being out of state, but enjoy it without me. Let's forget about rivalry and strive to live happily ever after with our new husbands from now on.
Sorry, I understand you're busy, but an unexpected situation has arisen. Someone claiming to be your friend is at our doorstep. Should I grant them access?
A friend of mine? Seriously? Can you identify this person?
I inquired first, and she claims to be the one who sent all those invitations. Have you disclosed our address to her?
She's literally the last person I would share that with. What brings her to Maine? How did she manage to discover our location?
I'm clueless, but she's present. My suggestion is not to welcome her inside.
Absolutely not. Whatever it takes, prevent her entry. Once that's accomplished, I'll handle the rest.
Understood. I'm relieved I could reach out to you and gain your perspective on this.
Let me in. I traveled all the way to Maine for you, so you must let me in.
I never requested your presence. How did you manage to find my address?
I conducted thorough research.
It's both unsettling and impressive. You should consider starting a detective business. Your persistence and investigative skills are quite something.
Let's not focus on that. I finally located you and discovered that you reside in this beautifully renovated townhouse within a gated community. I couldn't believe it, so I had to come and see it for myself. And it turned out to be true.
You seem to have a lot of free time on your hands.
I was convinced the information was false, but I needed to confirm. It's just not fair. You must be cheating somehow to have a life that's so much better than mine.
How do you cheat at life? My husband and I both have good jobs. And property prices are lower here than in urban areas. With hard work and smart saving, you can own a place like this.
Spare me the pyramid scheme talk. I'm stuck in a lousy apartment with that deadbeat. Life's just so unjust.
You keep talking about fairness. If you dislike where you live, then move.
I would if I could. Rusty quit his law firm right after we got married. Now we're broke.
He actually did it.
He claimed to be a modern man, allowing me to work while he takes care of housework. He told me this the day after we got married.
Oh, the surprise is overwhelming. Just as I predicted.
My life is a mess right now. I pressured him to reveal more. He said you broke up with him when he wanted to quit his job. And because he learns from mistakes, he decided not to tell the next woman he wanted to marry.
Classic hidden terms of agreement. What a sneaky move.
Life's so unfair. I was just about to surpass you. I was going to marry a lawyer. Everything was finally going my way.
Well, being a licensed attorney means nothing if he doesn't work.
This is all your fault. You need to take responsibility for everything that's gone wrong for me.
How is any of this my fault?
It's obvious to anyone that it's your fault. He's your ex-boyfriend, so you're responsible for the next person he dates. I only married Rusty to one-up you. If it weren't for you, none of this would have happened.
Taking a screenshot of this moment.
Now that I've come all the way here to see you, you must take responsibility for my misery and compensate me. You surely have extra money since you live so luxuriously. You can definitely share some with me.
No denying that. Since my husband and I both work full-time in good jobs, we have more flexibility in our budget than you two. However, you won't receive a single penny from us. There's no reason for me to entertain this nonsense any longer. I'll be blocking you after this, so enjoy your life with your Prince Charming. If things go as planned, we'll never cross paths again. Oh, and if you appear uninvited again, know that I'm already pursuing a restraining order against you.
Wait, you can't do this to me. You can't just walk away and leave me to fend for myself.
You've dug your own hole. Your relentless desire to one-up others has led you down this path. You deserve a place in the Hall of Fame for fools. Right alongside Yahoo's failure to buy Google and Operation Barbarossa. I've deleted all my contact information with Bonnie. And there's been no communication from her since. Rumors suggest she's yet to finalize her divorce with Rusty, hoping he'll find the motivation to start anew. In the meantime, she's juggling multiple part-time jobs to support them both. Conversely, Rusty's job applications have met rejections, as potential employers assume any lawyer seeking part-time work carries a problematic history. Even attempts at securing positions like a fast food line chef have proved futile, leaving him at home, a lawyer without a job. His motivation to work seems to have dwindled completely. He's abandoned the idea of working a few days a week and settled for relying on his wife for the essentials.